Dream Team, it's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with the most dangerous animals in Australia. Before we dive in, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, ring notification bell, give the video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. I'm excited to jump into this and see what the 10 most dangerous animals in Australia. At number one, it's gonna have, if it's not the magpie, this list isn't real. If the magpie is at number one on the most dangerous list, I'm not buying the list. But make sure you subscribe and let's jump into it.
The 10 most dangerous animals in Australia. Australia is the country with the most voracious and venomous animals. Come and meet them. Number 1. Bull shark. This list couldn't miss the bull shark, which is considered to be much more dangerous than the white shark itself.
Oh, wow. Really?
Don't laugh, Bruce, because it's true. Bull sharks live in fresh or salt water, and nothing prevents them from blending themselves in the waters of rivers, lakes, and even canals, near where human beings inhabit, and what makes them protagonists of a number of attacks higher than any other shark attack species. In Australia, it's known that the Brisbane River is infested with bull sharks.
No, it's not. Who made this? Who made this video? They're not Australian. This was not an Australia that made this video because it's Brisbane. It's not Brisbane. It's Brisbane. Let me check that I haven't reacted to this video already. Alright, I haven't. Sorry. It's Brisbane.
So I recommend you not to get into the water, since younger sharks and pregnant adult females usually inhabit in the rivers. These come to spawn in fresh water and are especially dangerous given that they tend to have a greater need for food. So, if you go to Australia, be very careful where you bathe because, even far from the sea, you won't be safe from a lethal shark. Number 2. Kangaroo. Believe it or not, these cute little animals are considered one of Australia's most dangerous animals.
Yeah, we ain't messing with no kangaroos, bro. Them feet too strong. And look at the claws on that bad boy. They got Freddy Krueger. They got Freddy Krueger hands, bro. And the feet, the kicks are too strong. Don't mess with no kangaroo.
Since they're responsible for almost 5% of deaths due to car accidents in that country. In Australia, there are 2 kangaroos for each person. And these ones usually cross the roads at full speed, so most of them are run over and left on the road. These unexpected events not only have fatal consequences for animals, but also, unfortunately, for humans.
Yeah, I see it. Oh, shit.
Especially...
Why would you do that? Why would the kangaroos, are y'all looking for death? You waited till the car was dang near close to you, then you decide, all right, now I'm across. They're suicidal animals.
When the roadkill belongs to a large species, such as the red kangaroo. The other species involved are the western gray kangaroo, the eastern gray kangaroo, and the common wallaroo. The most serious accidents occur when the drivers turn unexpectedly to avoid hitting a kangaroo and, at the end, they crash into something else, whether it's a tree or another vehicle that comes in the opposite direction. However, the motorcyclists are the ones who bear the brunt of the accidents, as they represent half of the deaths caused by a kangaroo bursting in on the road. This confirms it's not necessary to be a predator to be labeled as a danger, although there are always stories about people having been directly attacked by these marsupials.
Kangaroo Jack, bro, I need to watch that movie, bro. I haven't watched that movie since I was a freaking kid, bro. Since I was a kid, I need to rewatch that movie.
Number 3. Stonefish. Within the poisonous
I done heard about these stonefish. We not effing with no stonefish. We not messing around with no stonefish. You can't accidentally step on one of these bad boys.
Of Australian fauna, we couldn't leave out the most venomous fish in the world. That's also very difficult to promptly identify due to its ability to look similar to a rock or a coral. The stonefish has 13 fish bones in its dorsal fin. They are so strong they can pierce the sole of a shoe. They're covered by a thick layer of skin, and they straighten it when they detect a nearby danger. Each of these fish bones has 2 venomous glands at the base. When a predator or human being is stabbed by a fish bone, these glands release a venom through ducts as if they were a syringe. Those who have been victims of
that is legit insane. I didn't know how the venom shot out like that. Like, it is like a syringe. An absolute syringe.
The sting say that the pain is unbearable, and many of them have cried out for cutting the stung limb off. In addition to the pain, the other symptoms are swelling of the affected area, paralysis, death of muscle tissue, and heart failure. Even if there is an antidote, you should be afraid of a pain as desperate as that. Number 4, saltwater crocodile.
Yeah, we know about them goddamn crocs. Stay away from them crocs and monsters out there in Australia. Yeah, monsters.
Australia is Captain Cook's hell for being full of crocodiles. In this country, countless attacks occur every year, of which about 2 incidents usually have lethal consequences. The saltwater crocodile is the deadliest of all. Despite what its name says, this animal also lives in the fresh water of the Australian rivers and can spend up to 24 long hours submerged in the murky waters without surfacing.
Crazy.
It's said that for every crocodile you see, there are another 10 hidden. Most of the attacks occur when unsuspecting people bathe in the rivers. Unfortunately, most of their victims are children, since it's easier to bite them, drag them to the bottom, and tear them apart. Unlike other predators, saltwater crocodiles do eat human meat, and after the attacks, many crocodiles have been killed by the victims' families, eager to find the bodies of their loved ones and give them a proper burial. If you want to put your life at risk, you can visit Cahellis Crossing, an unasphalted track that crosses the East Alligator River in the Northern Territory. In this place, you can see how the crocodiles walk like nothing in front of your car. Moreover, in 6 kilometers of this stretch of the river, 120 crocodiles have been counted.
Why would you want to drive across that? Why would you want to visit? No. If I know there's going to be crocs there, I'm not going.
5. Blue-ringed octopus.
Oh,
Believe it or not, this little octopus has enough venom to kill 26 adult humans.
That's insane.
In Australia, at least 2 terrifying deaths have been reported because of their bites, and many other victims have been at the point of death. If the octopus feels like it's in danger, it'll light up its blue rings as a sign of warning, and if the danger persists, it'll proceed to bite. Many people don't realize that they have been attacked, as their bite is small and usually painless. In fact, they just realize the danger involved when they begin to feel the first symptoms of envenomation. The effects of the venom include nausea, blindness, and heart failure, and also paralysis of the diaphragm muscles, which will lead to death by suffocation. However, the victim can be saved if it is connected to an artificial respiration machine. Well, now you know more about this octopus. Don't risk your life, just like these tourists did.
What is wrong with them?
Number 6.
I don't understand people. I don't know. I just don't understand people, bro. People confuse me. Why? You know how venomous this octopus is, yet you're gonna let it bite you anyway.
6. Sea wasp. It's considered the most venomous in the world. The sea wasp has 60 10-feet-long tentacles covered with urticant cells that inoculate the venom inside the victim's body. The venom causes extreme pain, necrosis, or tissue death, and heart failure, which causes death. I'm dying. Although there's no antidote yet, scientists have tried a new compound in rodents and have managed to stop the pain and the necrosis, which constitutes a real hope. And now, another animal competing for the title of the most venomous one in the world, and yes, it also lives in Australia. Number 7. Geographer cone. The geographer cone uses its proboscis as a harpoon to inject venom into its victims. This animal is also known as the cigarette snail, since it's said that it kills a human being in 5 minutes, the time it would take to smoke a cigarette.
It kills a human being in 5 minutes? 5? That's all? God!
That's so poetic.
People who have been bitten by this dangerous animal only feel a pain similar to the sting of a bee at the beginning, but the symptoms and death don't take long to come. Worst of all, there's no antidote, so the sole hope of the victims is that doctors keep them alive in the midst of atrocious sufferings until their body eliminates the venom by itself. Number 8. Sydney funnel web spider.
By the time we got a spider on the list, can't F with the funnel web spider, can't F with, what is it, the brown snake, can't F with these animals.
The Sydney funnel web spider is the most venomous spider in the world. As its name implies, it lives in the city of Sydney and the surrounding areas. That's why it's common that they meet repeatedly with human beings who are surprised to find them in their own house. The worst of it is its challenging personality. If you threat or provoke it, the funnel web spider will rear up on its hind legs and display its fangs. The length of its body measures between 0.4 to 2 inches, and its bite is so strong that it can pierce the fingernails and go so deep that sometimes it's difficult to separate it from its victim once it's bitten.
Let him go!
Its fangs inoculate a substance called atraxitoxin that reaches the circulatory system in a few minutes and causes sweating, lacrimation, muscle spasms, and soon after, heart and respiratory failure, which can only mean death. Number 9. Inland taipan. The inland taipan is the most venomous snake in the world.
Y'all just got the most venomous everything, don't y'all? Y'all got the most venomous fish, most venomous spider, most venomous effing snake. I'll show you, when it comes to the most venomous, y'all take the cake. Y'all got the gold medal.
It's estimated that a single bite has the capacity to kill more than 100 people and 253,000 mice. Be careful, Mickey Mouse. Death comes for you. Fortunately, it's considered a peaceful snake that lives in very remote areas. Not like its sister, the coastal taipan, who lives in northern Australia and is known for being quarrelsome. Despite this, when a human runs into the inland taipan, it'll raise its forebody in a tight, low S-shaped curve. So be careful. If the threat persists, it'll attack you without mercy. In addition, the powerful venom of the inland taipan causes respiratory paralysis, terrible internal bleeding, stroke, and death of muscle tissue. All of those symptoms at the same time. In 2013, a man who worked with snakes was bitten while handling a taipan, and a few minutes later, he was convulsing terribly. Fortunately, he was saved from death by being taken to a hospital on time.
I'm not effing with no effing. I'm not handling that. Why would you choose to do this? Once again, I don't understand humanity. I don't understand.
Number 10. Dingo. From time to time, dingo attacks show up on the Australian news headlines. These wild dogs are usually a real problem for Australians that have children, since this dog ventures into the interior of the country in order to bite children. Most of the attacks have taken place on Fraser Island. Fortunately, not all of its victims have died. For example, the 14-month-old baby who was attacked by a pack that broke into his parents' mobile home. As the story goes, when the father came to the rescue, a dingo had the baby's head between its jaws. Ooh, what a horror.
Oh my God.
Although he ended up with a fractured skull, the baby was saved from dying.
Oh, wow.
Unfortunately, the same thing didn't happen to the baby girl who was kidnapped by a dingo in 1980 from a camp at Ayers Rock. The baby's parents reported the fact, but Australian justice did not believe them and sentenced them until the baby's clothing was found near a dingo lair. They had devoured her. Now you know, in Australia, everything kills you. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If you love knowing about dangerous animals, don't miss.
Why would you freaking not believe them? Why would you? That's all we got. You guys got a favorite video suggestion? You can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. It's your boy D Neal. Out.